Hey, it's 27. I'm off to the boathouse for the first outing of my week. I am actually so nervous. I couldn't really sleep. I really hate the sleep deprivation that I get, but I've had so much coffee, so I should be able to power through.
So this is me walking to the bike shed. I know the camera quality is absolutely awful, but you know what? That's how I felt, so I guess it reflects it well. Then this is me frantically trying to find my bike. After that, we actually made it to the boathouse and it was actually really nice. Suspicious. Anyway, this is my gorgeous, gorgeous crew getting ready to go out on the river. And here's the boat as well. And as you can see, that's where I sit. And this is a device called a Cox box, which basically projects what I'm saying to the rest of the crew. And here is a really pretty sunrise I happened to see that day. After that, we actually made it back in one piece, which is lucky for me coxing an outing. Here's us talking to the coach in the boathouse. And then after that, I made it to my 10 a.m. lecture that morning. So after that, I ended up spending most of my morning in the zoology museum with a few of my friends. They've got some absolutely amazing exhibits, and it was genuinely just really fun. Also, some of the exhibits are just so cute. Like, take a look at this Elise chipmunk. Adorable.
Also, given that I'm doing a mammalian evolution course, I guess I feel it's justifiable spending ages in the zoology museum just because it's for educational purposes. After that, I grabbed a quick lunch and then I went to the zoo library. I really love it. I love how I'm surrounded by all these old books. I really like the study spaces as well, just because you don't see any other people, so you can work without distractions. And I managed to do a decent amount of work at that point. It's, I would say, probably one of my favourite places to study in the entire university. And then here is just the general architecture, just so you can appreciate that. And then I had an animal psychology lecture in the bigger lecture theatre.
The next eventful thing I did was actually on Thursday. I tried horse riding at uni for the first time. It's something I've wanted to do for so long, and I really enjoyed it. I got to learn to just walk, steer the horse, and trot.
But there was a slight problem. The cycle to the horse riding stable was genuinely the worst thing I have ever done in my life. There was definitely points in that where I wanted to give up, and if I hadn't checked Google Maps and seen that it was only 10 minutes more, I would have given up. Sure, I was being a bit dramatic, but even so, the journey was long. This is Girton, the faraway college, and the stable was quite a bit further from there. The riding itself was really fun though. It's something I've wanted to do for a while, and it seemed to be a really supportive environment to do that. Since coming back, I have just been in a supervision, and so in that we talked about primates mainly, and that was a lot of fun. We also went through some of our essay work, and yeah, on the whole, pretty good, pretty useful. Now I've been working on my project because I have a presentation that I have to give tomorrow, and it's not really looking amazing, but I am working through that. And then this evening should be quite exciting. I'm going to a formal at Trinity College. So yeah, hopefully it should be good and it should be a nice evening out. I also managed to grab a brownie at the welfare tea in the gazebo. It's a scheme that the college runs, which I adore. So this is it. So this is something I've been so excited about. I have a friend at Trinity who was kind enough to buy me and my friend guest tickets to go and visit. And this is their really fancy hall. So a formal hall, for those of you who don't know, is basically just a fancy dinner, and it's the opportunity to dress up quite nicely. It's usually a 3-course meal, although sometimes they'll also throw in a cheese course as well. And this is how it was all laid out, and here is my menu. It was really exciting though, because Trinity is one of the biggest colleges in Cambridge, and it's also the wealthiest. So we had really high expectations. They didn't disappoint. I think the food was done really well, and I was
honestly a big fan of all the free wine they were giving as well, because college usually makes me pay additionally for that. So this is the food I was served. This is the starter, this is my main, and this is the dessert, which was executed really well for something that is so simple. So I was quite pleased with that. And then this is just the hall as we were leaving it. After that, we decided to go to the chapel because we were there anyway and we hadn't seen it before. They have all these really cool statues and it looks really cool, so it was definitely worth a visit. So the morning was kind of stressful. I had to finish off my PowerPoint for the presentation that I was doing for my research project. It's not the real one, it's actually a practice for the practice one, but we had kind of hyped it up quite a lot in the lab. So I woke up at 6 to finish this thing off, and then I presented it, and that was all good. I think I now know what I need to do to improve it, which is nice. I think most of the problems were to do with how I had presented my slides, to be honest, and that's something I just didn't have that much time to focus on because I was actually checking things on my own code. But on the whole, a positive experience, and it went better than I was expecting. I was really nervous. But yeah, that's now all over. So I can kind of move on with my day, fix the things for the actual presentation on Tuesday, and then, yeah, get ready for the race. Fingers crossed that will be good. So this is me headed towards the race. It was actually a qualifying race for bumps. So this was in order to let us compete next week. And yeah, this is my crew zooming ahead, and they did such a great job because we actually managed to qualify for bumps. So you'll hear way more about that over the next week. But yeah, I was honestly so proud. They did such an amazing job. So my dad and Nan came to visit over the weekend. And so we grabbed a drink, and then after that we went to visit the Cambridge Botanical Garden. That was absolutely lovely. And I think one of the greatest perks about that, though, is that it's free for students to go and visit. We also caught it on such a glorious day, so that made the experience all the better. So we also went into the greenhouses, and those were just really cool. The crazy diversity of plants there is, it's just kind of nuts. It blows my mind every time I go. And to be fair, after such a busy week, it was nice to have an afternoon where I could just unwind and explore things and just kind of generally enjoy myself. We also happened to see a muntjac deer in the botanical gardens on the lawn a few minutes later, which was absolutely crazy. And we also saw ducks on the pond, which were really cute. After that, we looked around the market and just went through Cambridge looking around like the tourists we are. After exploring, I went to the zoo library with one of my friends to get some more work done, especially because the project has been a bit stressful. She got me a really nice hot drink from the tea room as well, which was super cute. After that, I just had dinner and I went to the online coxing briefing for bumps. The talks are really important because accidents do happen, but the slides are dramatic, so never fail to amuse me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the vlog and hopefully see you for the next one.